And this is how they set up the line. Wow, I think maybe the boats move to the edge. But this doesn't look deep enough, actually. You can see the bottom here. Boats move to but they line up here, it looks like. They got the chains up and stuff. That's something else.
Yeah, first, all right?
You don't like them? Yeah, it sounds like you don't like them.
I love them.
Oh, but you still want to step...
He served in Korea during Vietnam.
Well...
But he never fought.
Okay.
He did videotapes and whatnot, all right, in his time in film.
Oh, yeah?
Before we enter this, and I show you, he went to Vietnam with Dan Weather twice and Peter Jennings to film the actions, but it was audited.
Yeah.
Let me go find his brick first.
You mean edited, right? It was edited.
You could see it.
Yeah, because it was too gruesome. The videos and pictures were too gruesome.
Come on over.
All right. Bob Pawalski Jr. And you don't mean step on him as in like insulting him, right?
No.
Because
you'll find out why. Pronounce the W as a V. And
okay.
Pavelski.
Pavelski, okay.
In the Polish tongue, it means St. Paul.
Like a religious thing? Yeah, 80s. Oh, he died long after the Vietnam War.
Look at the day.
That he died? He lived from 52 to 86.
We never seen our 35th or 33rd the next May together, right?
Yeah, and you were, okay, all right.
He died Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas, the day of Christmas. What from? What happened?
6 years of his life, knowing what our mom went through.
So it was a stressful thing?
They both had diabetes. My mom lived half of her 72 years. He never seen my mom die.
Yeah.
Now they're together, especially with my dad, all right?
But yeah, he served in the army in Vietnam, I'm guessing.
No, Korea.
62, 72.
No, he never served in the army. He did filming and radio and stuff like that.
Okay, all right.
He was like the radar of... All right.
Instead of a gun, he held a camera.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
That's how he was, and he was a DJ.
Oh.
Here in town, and his radio name was Bob Payton.
Payton, okay, just to make it easy to pronounce, right? It's
well, in the Polish tongue, it means
yeah,
St. Paul, right? Well, shit, if I showed you how long ski was, my wallet, I would have to carry it around in a wagon.
Yeah.
I'm making fun, all right?
It's, yeah.
My grandparents, Michael Pavelski and Josephine Prochaska, left Poland before World War I, and the Tsaristic change of Russia to communism.
Yeah.
Came through northern Germany, Portsmouth, through Ellis Island. My grandpa settled in Dearborn, and then my future grandma up by Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant,
Michigan.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Michigan.
I'm just getting familiar with Michigan. Okay.
Yeah.
You stayed mostly in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
I miss them.
Oh, from the 80s?
Him and I went to Woodstock together.
In 69?
Yep. My dad said if you want to go, Bobby has to go.
You have to sit down? In New York?
The original one.
Yeah, the original was...
There was nothing there like the second one.
It was...
I watched the second one. I hated it.
From the 90s?
McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Okay, yeah.
Very cheap prices, though. I like that, all right?
Okay, yeah. That's from the 90s, right? That's...
Yeah, 94.
Yep. And then, yeah, but the original was a little...
My name's Don, by the way.
Don, oh, well, okay, all right. Travis, all right, your hands are too cold. You got to warm them up.
I'm used to this cold.
Yeah, it's pretty, I like it.
Last winter, that bay never froze over.
Really? It's salt water. That's what.
The Great Lakes only froze over 1.6%. They could have left.
Do they have winter tours then? Is that because they don't?
They could have left the 2 blocks open, but they're building another 1,000 footer.
Wow. Okay.
Because they're going to retire all the short Short boat.
Yeah, these out here, these little.
No, the freighters that haul ore and whatnot to make steel in this area. The Great Lakes, all right?
They got a big mining operation west of here. I know that's
Minnesota and west of here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, iron, mostly iron, but
man.
whatever.
I'm from Detroit, and 2 years ago my dad, my best friend, died at 94 plus. His wife lived short of 72, and they knew each other since birth. My dad first, and when I this is where I promised both my parents since they were gone, my humor. When us kids got to where we were adults and none of us had offspring, at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Hey Dad, I figured out why you were born the first. You just wanted to stiff mouth Ma and find out where you're getting in and
find out where what?
Sniffing Ma out because he was born first and my Ma 8 weeks later.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's yeah.
They were born 2 years before the Depression.
Okay. What year was this? Depression is 1927 or
no
29?
29. They were born 28. In 27.
Yeah, that's a time. Yeah, that's simpler times back then. They and they lived and they all right. And this is all in Michigan. This area, you guys.
This.
You're the Yooper. Are you a Yooper?
I'm from down here originally.
Oh, Detroit.
Most of my life here.
Okay. They were in Michigan. 1929 was the factories, all the car factories. They were. That was a little too.
If I remember right, down here at Ford, they had they closed that down in 35 because they had Henry Ford wanted to develop what's called Zug Island. We call it the armpit of Michigan. That's where the foundry is, where everything's converted, but as it comes out as sheets, so they can reform it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And we call it Zug Island. That's where the freighters come in with the ore, the lime, and everything.
Yeah, I didn't realize how.
It took him 5 years to get that up and going.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, most of the framework was wood.
Yeah, all right. What?
And they assembled the wood frames out here at the Ford building and shipped them out.
Yeah. Huh. Yep. That's. Yeah, wooden spokes and all that. And what did you do for work? Can you say or no? I'm a bum myself, so just travel around being a bum.
I like your traveling knapsack compared to my time.
Yeah, it's
a knapsack that you could carry a week or so of clothes and a thumb.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I mean...
I'm 70. Yeah. My brother would have been 72 this year.
Yeah, he had diabetes.
We have an older sister, she's 74, and I got a younger sister that I'm 70, she's 65.
They're all still alive, those guys, not your brother, right? So, yeah, I saw there was a class reunion, class of 1970, and that was down south. They had in a pavilion, kind of like over there. They had signs I saw. It was just yesterday. And about 15 people showed up. They would be 68 years old, roughly. And it looked like, I'd almost guess the whole class.
That's my class.
It's down south.
2 years older than my class. I was held back twice. They called me Dad.
All right, to finish up the conversation with the old man, I cut it off. I didn't know how long the conversation was going to go. But he said he was a Navy SEAL. So there's that, and he learned how to swim in this in this lake. I don't know where people are swimming here, honestly. But also, he said my first name. He's like, "You take care, Travis." When did I tell him my first name? I don't recall. I don't even recall hearing his name. I was when he was showing me the last name of his brother, I was going to take a guess that that was his last name too, but that was as far as I went with his name, and as far as we went with sharing each other's name. But he was like, "You take care, Travis." I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I was like, I was a little stunned that he could say that. I mean, he said words that really sounded like Travis. 70 years old, drinking in the morning, and his brother has a brick in the Veterans Memorial. And so what? He comes here to, to remember his brother, and that's his life now. And he was in the Navy SEALs. Hard to prove that, I think. But you know, you could take his word for it as best you can. You know, but I mean, it's with strangers, it's hard to tell. So often these libraries at schools are tough. They got passwords, or they just block everything. I may not be able to communicate with anything besides email. They like to block Twitter and messages on Facebook and messages on YouTube. It's not that much fun to come to libraries and at schools. Not an entrance to the library, public library entrance this way. Okay. They're open in a half hour. I want to cook. Just take some time hanging out here, relax, and then figure out where a park I could hang out at for the day. I don't think I could just stay in this spot all day. It might become unpleasant at some point. The library parking, they got it all just marked here, but I got that little dirt spot. Welcome. Okay. A lot of bird poop on these tables. Okay, I actually boiled the plastic with the steak. So I boiled the plastic with the steak. I think the guard that I'm gonna take is just not drink the water. I'm not gonna drink that water. I'll pull the potatoes out and the parsley, and I'll eat the steak, but I'm not gonna drink that water. The plastic more likely just got into the water. God, I feel so stupid. So I'm at this pier I'm gonna go check out. Looks kind of interesting. At first, as I'm making my way over, I'm questioning why there's these boats just sitting out here. Looks like you could just take any one you want and put it in the water. Although the water is a little dangerous, and the boats might have some holes in them. But they have boats out here just sitting. This one looks in okay shape. A little dinged up. Yeah, canoe, boats in the forest over here. I believe this is a public area. They got a nice pier. It's not advertised as a public park. They don't have but they do have bathrooms here that are kind of in rough shape. The pier, parking lot. It's just kind of a low-key public area, I guess. It was populated earlier, but I'm the only car here now, pretty much. Alright, there's an apple tree not far from my car. It doesn't look easy to get to, but that's on first impression. Walking on the dock, it definitely looks old. It's probably got another good 10 years to it though. It certainly looks old. Permanent dock that sits out here through the winters, but I'm told that this lake really doesn't freeze much anyway. It takes a hard freeze for the water to freeze over and then cause bigger problems for the dock. It's a fishing pier. Some old guy was just out here before me. Only spent like 5-10 minutes I've been noticing that with some fishermen. Spend like 5 minutes, drive out here, spend 5 minutes to fish, a couple of lines, and then take off. Alright, I'm next to this apple tree, and I'm thinking I want to stock up. They look pretty good. I just gotta get in there with something to put them in. It's quite a hassle to get through that vegetation. I didn't even bother recording any of it. I picked up a little bag full. They're not the biggest apples around, but something to chew on that's free. Alright, as I was going to look at the scenic overlook, I see that there's this park here too. You just park on the side of the road. It's called Stone Quarry Park. What interests me a lot though is the apples over here. I already picked apples at one park, but here's more. So these are looking pretty good. A little close to the road, I suppose. There's somebody running down this way, down the road, but this road isn't used a whole lot. Yeah, no worms. So apparently people are swimming out here. I didn't see this sign. Trees kind of covering it. No lifeguard. They're saying that people are coming out here to swim. I think that's uncommon. It looks like good water to swim in, but uncommon. So this sign was a Eagle Scout project in 2018. Stone Quarry Park, the historic site on Powell's Point, known for many years as the Old Stone Quarry. Once a busy operation, red sandstone. All this stuff to read here about the history. And then old pictures of some Finnish guys from Finland who worked on the stones, showing their methods, which is all by hand in the early 1900s, and then buildings that were made from the stone, from the local stone here. More old pictures of the area, the way it's been. Fur trading post in 1840. These apples look a lot more red. But then somebody hangs a no trespassing sign on the apple tree. You're on camera. It's barely legible. I don't see it. Oh, oh, oh. I think this used to be a hotel right here. An inn? It's a driveway, and then the top part, and they never removed the sign. You can't see it very easily. Forest Inn, some kind of hotel. And then all that's left is the sign. And it looks like a construction site or a demolition site. Because it doesn't look like anything. It looks like they've done landscaping. Well, no. There's a hotel there. Maybe that's the replacement. Is it still called Forest Inn? Nope, it's called Holiday Inn Express. Holiday Inn Express. They replace Forest Inn. This road is pretty busy. Says Michigan Department of Transportation, Grand Island Harbor Scenic Tour. Scenic tour turnout Tom Shaw for roadside park. More climbing for me. Road closed 10 to 7, so they must lock the gate. So it's a turnout for big vehicles. but it's also scenic as well. So you got double duty. I almost drove up this tall thing. Luckily I saw that park on the way. I prefer drive or bicycling. I recorded the drive to that park on my daily roamer channel. No camping or overnight parking. Littering, property or water prohibited. Or water? Littering with water? Yeah, that's pretty neat. Ooh. They don't say no bicycling. Here's the edge. What the heck? This must have just fallen. I don't have my lock with me. So I want to take my bicycle. There's two overlooks. And I really can't jump this very easily. This is the less popular overlook. One that doesn't really have a patio. All right. Take their sweet, sweet time. Oh, Jesus. Alrighty. All three of them. They're all together. Isn't that special? Okay. What the heck? Oh, what? Underground electrical cable. Huh, what a weird shape for a box. I guess I'll take my time. These guys, if they're taking lefts, I'll be, they'll need a lot of time to take a left. This is a downhill slalom. It's just downhill all the way back to my car. Oh, my brakes are not great. I might actually have to crash to stop. Oh, yep, just taking my time. Oh, they're all gone. Oh, they all pulled out. Now I gotta be wary of the road. Okay, your left is good. Right, good. Oh, geez. Keep moving. Okay, we're in the clear. All right, from here on out, it's pretty decent. Back to my car. The old Forest Inn sign made out of brick. No sign of it. Oh, there's the apples. No sign of it anymore. And my car should be showing up Yeah, the scenic overlook is just a peekable, just something to take a quick peek at, nothing to stare at really. Down to, all right. Back to the car. Alright, I didn't feel like I got sick from eating the steak that I boiled with that plastic, but I did pour out the water. I will eat the potatoes since the steak didn't make me sick. I'm disappointed that I had to pour out the water, but I just don't want to risk it too much with that plastic. So I threw the eggs on here first and then started the heat up. So starting from a normal room temperature. Alright, I mixed onions with these eggs a little bit. The best I could do is scramble them. So now I want to do the potatoes. I guess I could throw them on top of the eggs, but I really desire a third plate because I want to also toast some bread as well. So to deal with these eggs, I use these wooden spatulas. They get real dirty. And then to deal with these taters, oh yeah, a little stuck in there. I gotta use the tongs. Flip my taters. They were already boiled once with that plastic, unfortunately. Hopefully not, they didn't soak too much in. I got them nice and thick because they're pretty much cooked all the way through. I'm just frying the outside a little bit, warming them back up and stuff. So it's hash browns and eggs, sort of, with some bread. Huh. Alright, just to get out of this hot sun a little bit, I'm gonna eat over here. Just grab some water and pick at this plate. Potatoes, eggs, a little bit of onions and bread. Alright, that was pretty easy to eat. It did drop some food through the holes, a little frustrating. That's what happens when you pile it too high for a small plate. The remarkable thing to me about this meal, with the eggs and the potatoes and all that, is that it's a very bland food. I don't put any spices, definitely no salt. I think the bread has 3% salt each slice. That's enough. But nothing is added to this meal. It's very bland, but I mean, I'm not choking it down. I enjoy it. I enjoy the blandness. Much more bland than a restaurant. For a second I thought I was looking at a school of fish, but it's just the side of the rocks and the waves are making it look like they're swimming. Shadows. So that's a tour boat, but I can't quite read what they say on the sides. They're moving fast. Well, I think I want to bring this car over here to be in the shade now for the evening. This sun is kind of punishing. It's stiff all along here. I don't think it's designed for cars. All the parking is designated on that side. It's gravel. They don't have any signs that say I can't park on this side. I could really use that shade. The evening shade is coming on this side, looking really good, feeling good. It almost reads like Stobe the Hobo. Stobe.